Okay. It says we are it says we are live, so hello. Um I have received my backup camera for replacing the one that is dead on my car. Yay, that's a plus. I finished filling out my taxes yesterday. That was a an all-day thing. Felt like because I am paranoid about getting stuff wrong. Um, but anyway, I finished my taxes both for federal and state, and as far as I can tell, I do not owe anything. And in fact, I should have a refund, which is so good. I'm always a little terrified that I owe them something. um, but anyway, so I went this morning to UPS, to the Brown store, um, Brown shipper, um, and had them send it off. Macaroni magpie. Oh no, I'm into my day. Well, it's due tomorrow. Or due to be postmarked tomorrow. So hopefully your taxes are simple. Um, I ran into an issue with mine because I had made over $10 on Kindle. Amazon sends me a form, 1099 miscellaneous income. But because I have that, that is additional income that was not taxed prior to. Um, so I have to fill out for the federal, because I always do the federal first, because you have to have the federal in order to do the state taxes. Anyway, because I had additional income not reported on my W-2s, I had to fill out what was called a Schedule 1, which is a 3-page document. Only one of the pages applied to me, but whatever. Had to fill that out. And in the process of filling that out, I have to declare, especially if it is a royalty. And if it's a royalty, then I have to fill out another form, which was Schedule E. So I had to fill out those two for the federal. And if you file the Schedule 1, which was the first form, for the federal, you also have to do it for the state. At least in my state, you do. So that means I had to fill out 3 forms because of my very minimal income from KDP, which, if you don't know, I have some tarot journals that are available on KDP. But anyway, yeah. So then I also had an issue because last year was the year that Texas started it. Essentially, the health insurance company that I was paying for, Texas decided they would no longer be a viable company in Texas. So they had to close all of their accounts in Texas, which then had a snowballing effect of, well, then they didn't have the money to upkeep their other states. And so halfway through the year, I got a notification that Georgia, they were going to be pulling out of Georgia. So, and that I would be, I would either have to find a new plan myself or be grandfathered in from one of the companies that they helped find for me. And so there was like a mid-year shift of health insurance, which means I have 2 different health insurance documents that I have to include. And then like I have the worksheet that has to sort of like meld those together. So I had like 2 additional forms for those, and it was just like a pain in the butt. But anyway, they're done. I do not owe them anything. I did owe them, like, there was like a weird thing for the health insurance that I owed them like $3.25 or $3.75, but then they had withheld like $390 federal taxes. So you just sort of like mitigate that, and then they still owe me stuff. So yay. Keiko says, I'm still a student, so I don't have to do taxes yet. Ooh, that's interesting. I still had to do taxes when when I was a student. Anytime you make income, you are here in the US, you are supposed to file taxes. And sometimes even when you don't. But anyway, so yeah. So taxes are done. Yay! Oh, this is it. Yes, let me put the picture up again so that those who came in after the okay, we're doing this one. Present, share screen, window, this one, share. Okay, here are our hotel choices. The atmospheric mountain hotel on the left, or the modern tropical resort. I don't know if it's on land or if it's on a cruise, but that is what that sort of looks like to me. So, atmospheric mountain hotel versus the modern tropical retreat. Those are the options for today. You like the look of the one on the left better from the outside, but thinking about actually being in the hotel, the one on the right has balconies. True. And you're always a sucker for writing on a balcony. Well, the one on the left has like a large balcony. I don't know if there are other balconies, but it does not appear to have other balconies. You are correct. There's also more likely to be a pool or be next to an ocean on the right. Correct. CB votes for the one on the left. Reminds you of a book you read as a teen called Babysitters at Shadow Lake. It was one of the Babysitters Club super specials. Nice. Nice, nice. Keiko says hi. Poinsettia says hello. Hello. Megan says hello all. Hello. You like the one on the left as well because it looks haunted. Yes, I didn't have enough room, enough characters to write possibly haunted. I would love to stay in an actual haunted hotel like the Stanley Hotel. I don't know that I would enjoy it. I think I would probably stay up all night if I knew it was haunted, just to be like, is something happening? And then I would be like constantly back and forth between convincing myself that something is happening and convincing myself that something is not happening. So I don't think I would get a good night's sleep. I could be wrong though. Diamond says, hey everyone, good afternoon. Hope your Sunday is going well. You're working on your new texting and chatting story. Nice. Macaroni Magpie says you would be too scared to stay in a haunted hotel. You do like to write about them though. Oh no, YouTube is doing the things again. Oh no. This is where I saw you haven't done your taxes yet. I'm crossing my fingers that yours are easy to do. Francis says, hey all, hello, welcome. Becca says, luckily taxes were turned in last week. Nice. My bestie is like super on top of things. And I think that she had hers and her mother's done by like the end of February. Like, I mean, it was early. CB says, not a problem for unemployed. And well, I mean, taxes are taxes. They're going to find a way to give you a headache at some point. Megan says, give me tropical any day. Doesn't matter that I already live in a beachy environment. Nice. Louise says, hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Megan's doing your taxes later, and you already hate it. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to get it done. Like anybody else would have probably been done inside maybe 2 hours, like tops. And I sat there, and it took me, if I take out dinner and I take out the minor panic attacks and I take out my double checking and like doing it in pencil first. I don't know if you should take that out, but anyway, it probably took me about 5 hours. But yeah, gotta love those forms. Oh yeah. In this ridiculous country, we used to, they change where they shut people away in. So that's all. There's some regulations. That is true. They should teach filing taxes in school. In some classes, they do. Like there are now, they have started I want to say like maybe 10, 15 years ago, they started doing what they called financial literacy classes, which was really odd because they offered that as a course for students that they deemed not honors, shall we say. So it was generally the lower end of the math grade pool. They would offer financial literacy as a math class option. And they would teach taxes. They would teach balancing your checkbook. They would teach that kind of stuff. And so, which I always thought was probably very helpful, but I was like, I know a whole lot of honors kids that don't know how to do these things. We did, I remember I had advanced placement government and economics, and we filled out practice tax forms in there. So you have options for where you can place that kind of thing. But yeah, it is not a typical part of the curriculum, which is a shame because it should be. Megan says, I made less than $2,000 this year and then you have to pay taxes. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks all around. Keiko says, if I earn above a certain amount, I have to pay Einkommensteuer. Probably mispronounced that very badly. I don't know how to translate that. And then you have to do your taxes. Okay. But since you get student money and you have a student job where you earn under that, you don't have to do the taxes yet. Gotcha. Macaroni says, I would rather be hiking than near the pool. You don't like swimming. Fair enough. But you have options today. You have the Atmospheric Mountain Hotel or the Tropical Retreat. Funky Sai says, just saying hello, but can't join. Aw, but thanks for saying hello. CB says, I swim like a brick. I enjoy swimming. I do not enjoy floating because floating gives me anxiety of like, is my head going to hit the side of the pool? Anyway, don't believe in ghosts, so I would not mind staying in a haunted hotel. There you go then. CB says, I've stayed in a haunted castle a couple of times. I'm pretty sure all castles that are not modern castles are haunted at some point. There have probably been enough people that have passed away in pretty much every castle that, yeah. Anyway, on a choir retreat. Nice. Okay, so Einkommensteuer is German for income tax, in case you want to know. Thank you. How does one even start doing their taxes? Well, first you have to wait for the company that you work for to send you a form. If you work for a company. I do not know how to do self-employed taxes, which is going to be something that's going to be a future me problem because yeah, you've done your federal taxes, you still have to do state, and yet you have so much anxiety and double checking. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I always print mine out and print the forms out and do it in pencil first before I ever like really feel good enough to like fill in the forms properly, either digitally or in pen. Always in pencil first on a printout. So, Keiko says, thank you to Thog for the translation. Macaroni Magpie says, I don't believe in ghosts either. You're just a scary cat. You live in fear of axe murderers. Yeah, axe murderers do tend to show up in places that are haunted, or do they make them into haunted places? I don't know. Cool Gamer says, hi. Hello. Welcome. You totally get that fear for the axe murders growing up in LA County where all the murders seem to happen, right? Yeah. In Illinois, there's a required class called resource management. It's not one that you teach, so you don't totally know the curriculum, but you think it does cover taxes. Gotcha. Einkommensteuer is how you pronounce. Where was it again? Einkommensteuer. Okay, there we go. That's how you pronounce that. Yay. Thank you. You believe in ghosts and you still stay at a haunted hotel. In office and information studies, when you were in S4, we did study how taxes work here, and you were so mad at your teacher because she looked right at me when I said this won't apply to all of you. Gotcha. Throwing shade, huh? Okay. All right. So since today is Sunday, I have to set up next week in my bullet journal. So that's going to be my first sprint is setting up that. And I'm trying to decide if I want to continue doing it. Yeah, well, might as well. Do 1 month at a time, see how you like it, and then change it up, right? Francis says, yes, murder and taxes. Love the themes today. I mean, hey, if you want to take murder and taxes as a writing prompt for the day, go for it. Absolutely go for it. Anyway, I have pulled up the document that I think I'm going to be working in after I finish setting up next week in the Bujo. So that is already pulled up and ready. I have an unopened Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey. That was part of my celebratory, like, I finished my taxes, is I went and I got Kroger sushi and that. So my celebrations are pretty minor. Okay. We have another insect today. We have the bee, and it is in the inverse or upside down position. So I will give you a warning before the insect appears on the screen. All right. Bee is going to be on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Here is our bee friend. He has little clockwork gears on his back and his little fuzzy self and the honeycomb in the background, and I think either a full moon or a sun, not quite sure which. Anyway, the main message for the bee is sweet results await. All right, bee is no longer on the screen. When the bee comes as your protector, she asks you to be very honest with yourself. Do you want to taste the sweet honey that others have been making, but you believe is unattainable for you? Do you wonder how others end up with so much magical honey when you seem to have none? Have you bought into the illusion of separation and become convinced that you cannot have what others in the hive enjoy? Do you separate from the hive to do it all on your own, or to hoard what honey you have, unwilling to trust that there is plenty of support and plenty of sweetness to go around? If you have been overworking and overdoing and not giving yourself any time to enjoy the sweetness of your life, the bee is telling you to stop and recharge. Perhaps you are afraid that if you don't get something done, it just won't get done. However, even busy bees need to take a break, and when they do, the honey still gets made. So remind yourself that sweetness is everywhere and available to you always when you need it. So there you go. That's the main message for the bee, which is sort of that imposter syndrome of like wondering why everybody else can do it and you can't, or sort of being jealous of other people's success. So a warning against imposter syndrome, and also a reminder that you need a break every now and then. So if you have not taken a break in a while. So those are my two main takeaways from the bee is be careful of imposter syndrome and remember to have a bit of balance in your life. So again, my first sprint, hopefully it's just going to be my first sprint, is going to be setting up the bullet journal for next week. And I will show you that once it's done. It's not going to look very different from any of the others that I have done this month. But it is going to be there. All right, let's set us up with, we'll start with the 30-minute waterfall. Oops, I have like all my volumes turned down. Don't know why, but I did. All righty. I think we have everything lined up now. So we saw The Drifter Girl yesterday, and it was so good. Nice. But getting home was not. I bet that was kind of frustrating. Yeah. Very cute bee. You saw a couple of bees recently. We have a bunch of carpenter bees out at the moment. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Remember your bee spirit for the day. Be careful of imposter syndrome and make sure that you are taking breaks properly if you need them. And also make sure to vote in the poll for which hotel you would choose. Let's go ahead and get this started. 1, save your document, especially if you've already been working. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. And go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the first sprint. How'd we do? I did get my week set up for next week. So here's what that looks like. I am sort of going backwards on my priorities. So car fluids is still on there because I haven't done that. Replacing my camera, doing the banking because that's due mid-month. And sort of my checklist of stream to-dos for the following week. Yeah, I like the color combination of the sort of, I have 3 main colors that match the washi tape from Notebook Therapy. So like this one's 553. What is that? What does that say? 553 is Mist Purple. And then I have 603, which is Periwinkle, although I'm not sure that's Periwinkle. But anyway, and then 772, which is Dusty Rose. So I have those 3. And then I have a green, which is, what is this, 158? Dark Olive. So I have those 4 as my colors. I like the sort of bit of green that I can put as the headings for the days and stuff. So I like that. It's always nice when you can find markers you already own that match the washi tape. That is always a plus. Also, I'm really enjoying, in my reading journal, I've been using the yellow window stickers for April. So I have my next pages set up. And I really like the blue. This one looks far brighter than so the blue is over here. It could be a little lighter, but I like it. I would describe this as more of a periwinkle on paper and in real life, but I guess I should look up like Pantone. What technically is periwinkle? And see, they have a range of shades for that. It's in the blue and violet family. So, present, share screen, share screen. So it could be either one of these. I feel like I have always leaned sort of more like slightly more blue than this is what periwinkle is to me. But again, like depending on the color settings of your monitor and stuff, mine looks slightly more blue on my monitor than it does look in StreamYard. So I don't know. Either way, I like the color. It's a pretty color. Let's see. What'd y'all get done? Oh, I should probably figure out how much I got done. I got the week ahead and I got 454 words, which was good. So let me pop that in. 454. How are we doing? Talking about some bees and wasps still. Let's see. Keiko says, no words, but you ate dinner. You noticed the bread was expired and watched a video. Gotcha. If the bread is expired but not moldy, can you make croutons out of it? Is that a thing? Or do you just generally toss it? Managed to get through a couple of chapters of your proof. Yay! Excited. I'm excited for it to come out. Macaroni says, went on a short walk that sprint. It's actually getting a little warm here, so you turned on the overhead fan. It is currently 83 degrees Fahrenheit here. So, yeah. Stacy got your document open, got a snack, and watched a video. Are you still watching your research videos? Also, how did your conversation with your great aunt, your newly discovered great aunt, how did that go? Hopefully it went well. You don't have to tell us any details, just I hope it went well. Diamond did not write that sprint. You were looking for outfits for your character to put in your texting chatting story on YouTube. So the second sprint, you'll be doing the writing. Gotcha. Pre-planner. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I have my Bujo, which I work in sometimes a week sometimes a month. But I am having fun discovering color combos that I enjoy. I will say that. So, and I like this month. I think this month is probably, besides, well, I mean, last month was also pretty. Sort of like the minty green and pink. I liked that color combo too, but something special about the purpley blues and pinks together is nice. Of course, soon I'm going to have to figure out what to do next month. Yikes. Decisions. Okay, so no, you didn't have to call the beekeeper twice, but he had to come by twice because one of the swarms decided to rest on top of a dead tree and he needed his cherry picker to eat. Yeah. Yeah, they do decide to swarm in some really odd places. Cool Gamer says hi again. Hello. You love this color scheme. Me too. It's a pretty one. CB got 109 words that time. Nice. Ooh, Poinsettia says, my story has a cover. Yay! Excellent. Excellent. I saw somebody on Instagram, a freelance illustrator, was sort of celebrating that they had reached 20 book covers. Who was this? Who was it? So that in case you need an illustrator for, here it is. Kuri, Kuri _ Huang, Huang. I'll spell it out in the comments, but they had put up there. That's not going to focus, is it? There it is. So lots of fun illustrated covers, very pretty. So IG handle Kuri _ Huang. So if you are interested in the illustrated cover style, because that is what is currently in, but also just like very detailed, just like really, really fun covers. Anyway, yes, they definitely have a consistent style. Yes. I would agree with that. Yes. So if that is your style, or if you have a story that would fit that style, definitely check them out. I don't know what their prices are. I cannot vouch for those. So, but I'm glad your story has a cover. And if you want to share, let us know where we can find your cover. If you're ready to reveal. I know some people aren't ready to reveal that like right when they get it. So, but Thaw gets excited about it. Okay, apropos reading tracker. What are you all reading? You're in a slump and would love some recs. What am I reading at the moment? My current, I just finished my novel fiction read. And I need to pick up another one. I'm partway through nonfiction Book of Runes. I think I'm probably going to pick up a V.E. Schwab in terms of like my next novel. Or Lee Child, because that's been on my TBR for a long time. I'm probably going to lean V.E. Schwab though. What else? I've got We Hunt the Flame that I haven't read yet. And then I've got a bunch from authors that I normally read, like my fun romances. In terms of nonfiction, I've got a whole bunch of writing books, writing craft books. I got it recommended. Bestie recommended a book for me. Amanda Ripley's The Unthinkable. It's part of a literature/conference presentations that influenced her. She also has been reading Crying in H Mart and Little Fires Everywhere. But those have a very distinct theme of like mothers and daughters, conflict resolution between generations, that kind of thing. So may or may not be your jam. Let's see. Where were we? I've lost where I am. Stacy has always associated the color periwinkle with the blue lower left. Yeah, I've always associated periwinkle as a slightly more blue color. Yeah. Agreed. Macaroni Magpie says, yay, book covers are so much fun. Megan ate a lunch of cheese and crackers. Next sprint, you're going to start on a fun story, a romantic tragedy. Yes. Let's see. Macaroni Magpie says, K.J. Charles just released a new book, and so you're reading that. Nice. Marcella says, 253 words, kind of an intense scene. You're so close to the end of this draft, you can almost taste it. Definitely going to wrap it all up before the end of this month. Yay! Excellent. CB is still battling chapter 16. Megan is also curious about the great aunt visit. If your bread has expired but not moldy, you could make French toast. Also an option. There's a lot of condensation stuff in your fridge going on, so water gets into the packages even with closed. Okay, gotcha. Stace says, I'm taking a break today from researching how to make an archive today. Gotcha. Francis says, the summary sounds great, so you're going to check out the KJ Charles title. CB says to Keiko, what's the setting on your fridge's thermostat? Also, touch one of the shelves to see how cold it is. That can sometimes help you. Conversation with your half-grade aunt went well. You also went out for dinner. You will admit I was very tired afterwards, but you'd been up since 4. Gotcha. Yeah, but I'm glad it went well. Yay. It's always better than the alternative. Macaroni says, are you researching archives for story or because you're making an archive? Stacy is archiving for the church, for the local church, and also genealogy. Your main characters are literal living fashion dolls and models, so I waste a lot of what would be writing time looking for and designing outfits for them. They all have their own Pinterest pages. That's kind of fun. Sue says thermostat should be located at the top of the fridge, somewhere on the inside or near the back if it's an older model. Yeah. You've become the archivist of your church because the previous one passed away, and there is no key to his organization. Oh, no. Okay, so here's that Instagram freelance illustrator who does the book covers handle. You love the style. Okay, so Keiko says your refrigerator is on 2.5 or 2.5 or 3. In the summer, you have to turn it on to 4 because your flag gets up to a constant 30 degrees Celsius for months. Yes. Sounds stressful in terms of the archive. Hope to get it figured out. Definitely feeling overwhelmed, but you will do what you can. It's worth checking how cold the shelf is because if it's not cold, it might mean it's not working. True. Sorry for the loss of your archivist and friend, community member. Kai Kei by Vyashnavi Patel is also great. Hopefully I pronounced that at least halfway decently. Haven't finished it yet, but you're enjoying what you've read so far. Excellent. Francis says, I will definitely check it out. Poinsettia made the cover yourself on Canva. Yay! Canva makes everything so much cooler. Cindy says, still talking about the fridge. If there's a little pool of water under the door of the fridge, there's an indicator it's also not working properly. Any writing craft books you could recommend? Yes. So I have a list. I have a form in the description of the video for writing craft recommendations. And I think I have it set. I should have it set. So that when you okay, got it. Anyway, when you complete it, you should see the results of other people's recommendations as well. It should, if I have it set right. I think I do, but anyway. But let me show you the resulting spreadsheet I've got. And I am, I've got a video partway done for splitting this into two dozen books recommendations, because there's about 24, 25 books. Anyway, so title, recipe for writing family history. Writing in the dark was recommended more than once. Craft in the real world, creating character arcs, plot, and structure. 1,000 character reactions from head to toe. Although this one you can leave off the 1,000 because I find that I think the word 1,000 is really only just on the book cover. It's not in the book title as it's listed online. How to market books. Here's Writing in the Dark again. The Dear Writer series. You're a writer, so start acting like one. Words that Sell, Bird by Bird, Save the Cat, specifically writes a novel. Outlining your novel. How to write a damn good novel. Secrets to Editing Success, Writing Tools, The Emotional Craft of Fiction was recommended multiple times. The Psychology Workbook for Writers, Writer's Digest Sourcebook for Building Believable Characters, Writing Screenplays that Sell, Elements of Style, and On Writing. Those are the ones that have been recommended thus far through the forms. I have a couple others that were recommended through comments. But yeah, that's the majority of the list. So what I'm doing is I've gone through and I've found the links and the links to all of them. I've gone through and I've gotten their Amazon rating and their Goodreads rating, and I'm trying to have a short little either synopsis or what the reviews say about the book, rather than what the book says about it. So it's taken me more time than I anticipated, as it always does. But yeah, so I have at least 2 of those videos, part 1 and part 2, that are going to be coming. So, but those are the book recommendations, and you should be able to get to it via the form link. Anyway. Little Fires Everywhere was actually a really good. You will check out the others as well. Okay, excellent. Yes, so here was Megan again recommending The Emotional Craft of Fiction. The Anatomy of Prose, that's right. I need to add that one because but for this one especially, you can absolutely go to Laura Nettles' channel. Laura has some videos where she was working through the Anatomy of Prose, and also just the fact that Laura has been since then really, really good about submitting and getting pieces picked up for her smaller pieces. So. But I do need to mention that one in one of the videos. Yes, you are correct. Megan also says, yay to Stacy. Glad the meetup with the half-great aunt went well. Definitely no puddle of water or anything else you'd be standing in it. And it's cold. Good. It's one of those pantry kitchens. You have 2 stove thingies underneath the fridge and on the other half of the sink, and a cabinet underneath. A quick kitchen, basically. Small kitchen. Okay. Student accommodations. Yes. Gotcha. Gotcha. When you did it, you never saw the results, but you, okay. I might have to change the settings then. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, yay, I'm glad. Hopefully I can get it done soon. So also, if you struggle with punctuation, eats, shoots, and leaves is another good one. Yes, I have that one as well. Let's see. Marcella says, I've read the lies your character believes in from K.M. Wayland. Once you figured out what your main character's lie was, it unlocked your code. Highly recommend. All right, we'll put that on. Okay. Punctuation, those dots and comments. They're going wherever I see. They feel fit. Wherever you feel they fit. Well, that's a good way to do your rough drafts, but then you do have to do some editing. Don't know if that's what the book was called, but that's the method it focuses on. Gotcha. I will look into Wayland's books because I know Wayland has several. So hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Okay, let's do another sprint. And if you think of any others that you can recommend, you can pop those into the form or pop those into the chat for today, and I'll make sure I write them down. Also, I'm slightly mad at YouTube because I know, I think it was last stream, I was like, woohoo, my subscriber count went up to over 800. That was apparently a blip. It's now back to 793. And I checked my analytics, and like there was not a spike of subscribers that happened. So it just, YouTube lied to me, but that's okay. It's okay. I just need to quit looking at it. That's all. All righty. Videos. We just did the 30-minute waterfall with ambient noise. Where's my babbling brook? Yes. Okay. So don't forget, second sprint is the self-promo sprint. So if you have YouTube channel, Twitch channel, Etsy store, Amazon author page, websites, blogs, social media handles, etc., any of that kind of good stuff that is writing adjacent. Uh-oh. I think Megan's internet might be blipping. Megan. Why did it? I don't know. Maybe yours had a glitch. Anyway, second sprint is the self-promo. So if you have any of those things that you want to promote that are writing adjacent, please let us know, especially if you have books out, books coming out soon, books out recently, or books on sale. Let us know where we can find those. Just remember, if you do not have a Blue Wrench of Power, you will not be able to post direct links. That being said, please do your self-promo. My self-promo is just, if you are not subscribed, please consider it. That is mine. All right. 1, save your document, your outline, your manuscript, your Excel spreadsheet, your whatever it is that you are working on. Make sure that you have a sip of something to hydrate. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay. Let's see how we did. I feel like I did pretty good. Yes. Okay. So I now have 1,541 words for today. So I got about 1,100. Excellent. Yay. Progress. Progress is good. My character is in another pickle and trying to finagle her way out. So that is that. Also, let me I don't think I shared the screen again, the poll options. So again, if you have not already voted for which NaNoWriMo Hotel you would want, the Atmospheric Mountain Hotel on the left, or the Modern Tropical Retreat on the right. So don't forget to do your promo. Don't forget to pop in your opinion on the poll. I did look up the character arc, Discovering the Lie They Tell Themselves from K.M. Wayland. And as far as I can tell, it is their character arc book. So, yay. Diamond says, I did some writing, but you're now looking for more outfits for your story, and you're almost done with that. Fantastic. CB says, I'm borrowing bits of the script of this chapter, of the script for this chapter, which is still driving you crazy, right? You're not sure how many words you got. Gotcha. Here is Megan's latest Substack post, 10 songs that'll annoy certain right-wing commentators. CB says all of my links can be found through the YouTube basic info page or tab. You can check out all of the things that Megan does here at the link tree. Macaroni Magpie says, I ate lunch, checked out the market on for the words, contemplated taking up a new craft. Should I get back into cross stitch? ? There's a wood carving kit ? Should I try that, or would I injure myself? Wood carving, you are definitely in danger of cutting yourself, for sure. It can still be fun. Which one would you rather do? Which one do you already have the supplies for? Or which one can you budget the basic supplies for easier, if that makes sense? Like, which one is more manageable with your budget? With wood carving, the good thing is usually you have 4 sides that you can practice carving on. With cross stitch, you kind of only have one side that you can decorate properly. Although you could do 2 potentially, but fabric might be cheaper than wood. Certain fabrics might be cheaper than wood. CB thinks you're almost done with chapter 16. As soon as you're done with it, you're moving right on to Infinity War and Endgame. Keiko got 160 words. You are not happy with the dialogue. It's supposed to be a bit of a banter, but since it's a fanfic, you fear that you don't write the canon character as he should be. Gotcha. You could try recording yourself speaking and turning that into your, like, how you would speak it or how you think the character would speak instead of like trying to write it. It might be easier to pretend speak it, if that makes sense. Doing text to speech instead. Megan says, it's pretty much inevitable to hurt yourself with wood crafting or lino cutting. Yeah. But it's still fun. Poinsettia ate lunch. You're trying to figure out your main character's name. You have a list of French last names you like, but cannot figure out the first name. If you have Scrivener, Scrivener has a name generator, and you can input whether or not you want a French first name or not. First or last name. You can do that. Knitting is also fun, but not as dangerous, unless you're running with the knitting needles. Then you're in danger of poking your eye out. Okay, let's go ahead and end the poll. And the atmospheric mountain retreat, mountain hotel, is the winner. Yes, Scrivener has a name generator. If you have not seen it, it is fantastic. In fact, I'm in Word currently, but let me pull up Scrivener. So that maybe I can switch projects, because let's do this one. Oh, come on. Here we go. Okay. This is an old draft that I don't mind showing. Now let's see if I can remember how to get there. Is it under writing tools? Yes. Okay. Now I can now I can show you. I'm like, where is it? Where did I put it? Okay. So if you need a name generator from Scrivener, I have the PC version, so the Mac version may look slightly different. Anyway, you're going to want to come up here to your menu bar up top, and you will want Edit. And then all the way down at the bottom is an option for writing tools, and that's going to pop out another menu. Why are you not showing? Stop screen. Maybe if I do the window instead. No. Why is it not? Okay. Anyway, you're going to go to Edit. At the bottom of Edit is Writing Tools. And then maybe how do I show you all the pop-ups? Maybe. Okay, let's try that. Yes. Okay. So, okay, Edit, Writing Tools. Then you're going to come over here to a name generator. And so you can change the type of names that you want. You can do, if you're looking for a male, you click male, female, or either. If you want to attempt alliteration for first and last name, you can. Double-barreled means that they're hyphenated surnames. Or if you're looking for like a pen name for somebody and you just want an initial and a last name, you can do that. You can set the surname if you already have the last name you like. But you can, there's like Hindi names, there's Italian names, Japanese names, popular British names, US, Spanish. Is there French? Catalan? I don't see a specific French one, but I know that they have more. Let's undo that. But anyway, so there are plenty of options. Generate. Names could not be generated. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. There we go. So lots of options for you to pick from. This may not be as extensive as some of the online ones in terms of cultural options, but you can always, if nothing here satisfies, you can always go to one of the online generators. Or you can go to babyname.com and find baby names, and sometimes that helps. Catalonia is part of Spain, I think. Okay, yeah. Makes sense for some of the names that popped up. Anyway, so there you go. Scrivener does have a name generator. Yeah. And I did not know that until somebody told me that. So thanks to the authortube community, we are slowly expanding people's knowledge of the fact that Scrivener has a name generator. slowly. Don't know if crochet is fun. I think it is at the moment until you don't have your pattern right and all that. But yes, that's the same thing. Same thing is true for knitting when you drop a stitch somewhere. So yes. Megan's like, it's a pretty handy one. Yes, exactly. Marcella says 269 more words. Your fashion doll protagonist owner is MIA, and she's wrestling with how useless she feels to help her. Not the climax, but things are escalating up towards it. Gotcha. Nice. Once you get your backup MacBook, you will get Scrivener. Gotcha. That I don't know. And again, it may not be as extensive as we're hoping. Maybe eventually it'll be, but for now, yes, it's an edit and then writing tools and then name generator. Like, oh my gosh, this is groundbreaking. That's what I thought too. Macaroni's Magpie says, I used to knit. I still have my needles, but I would have to buy some yarn and then remember what you're doing. Yeah. Other good thing about knitting is it's good for you if you have to commute by bus, if you don't get motion sick. There is that. I can do nothing riding in a vehicle. I can no longer read. That reading in the car died for me when I got my glasses. And so anything like with my head down, can't do. Absolutely cannot do. So any reading or like crochet work or any of that kind of stuff, cannot do as a passenger. Can't do as a driver either, but yes. So Scrivener has a PC version for Windows. Yes, they do. It's not as, it doesn't have like necessarily the same features in the same spots. It has most of the same features now, but yeah, but they're working, they usually develop first for Mac, and then they develop the next version or figure out how to code it so that it works for Windows. You took your knitting project on a bus last week. Nice. So cool. It is on the same spot on your Mac version. Yay. Excellent. Catalan is Spanish. That's what I thought. Yeah. But when I was like, is this? But then the names popped up and I was like, oh, this is definitely more French. You used to knit while listening to audiobooks. Yeah. Catalan is its own language. Specific to an area, maybe. It's handy to know since you're Apple exclusive. Like you said, you're not getting it till you get your backup Mac. Yes. Poinsettia does not use Scrivener. You usually go to baby name websites to look for names. Yeah, I often still do, despite the Scrivener thing. How did you color in the tick boxes in front of my scenes and chapters? If you right-click on it, there is an option for either changing the color or changing the label. And that's how I did it. Oh, so over in your navigation pane, you right-click on like your tick box or whatever image it is. That's where Dolly was from. Ooh. There's a whole thing about the independence at one point. Yeah, there was. Yeah, still is probably. They have constantly independent conflicts with the Spanish government going on. Yeah. Yes, connected to the label colors. Yes, you figured it out. Yay! Scrivener is a powerhouse, still learning new things many years after using it. Me too, although I've only had it for a couple of years. So, you remember learning a bit about it during standard grade Spanish class in school. Your main character's parents are from southern France. Nice. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. Time to get ready for you to go to work. Gotcha. And we still have an hour. And hopefully it's more sprints because we've only done 2. So let's do another sprint. Let's do another sprinty sprint. I'll just go back to the waterfall. Present, share screen, waterfall timer, make it big. You think you figured the banter out. Yay! Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and save. That's number 1. Number 2 is sip, so cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, how is that? I had to put my hair up because I was getting a little hot. Um, marking my last word. How did we do? Okay. Got another 1,000, which is great. Cool. Okay. I'm about 300 away from moving the second sticky for today. Already got the first, just need the second. That's how we're doing. We're doing good. All right. Carrie is here and has a little bit of promo. Here's the link tree for Carrie H. Author. You do a lot of things. You have books, a Substack, and even a podcast. And all the things are on the link tree. And most recently on Instagram, Carrie has been posting about redoing the writing desk area. So yeah. You have everything in bins and grocery totes all over the room. So you're trying to sort and rearrange and get out what you need. Gotcha. Yes. Ooh, Diamond has finished your new story. Tomorrow you're going to be working on the second part of your billionaire story. Nice. Excellent. Good. Keiko got 361 words. Fantastic. Stacy says, I am making one of the kiddos' dinners. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what we're having for dinner. We have a bunch of leftover pulled pork. We've had pork and rice several times this week in various forms. So we had seafood and grits or potato fries last night. So we've had potatoes, we've had rice, we've had grits. Maybe tonight should be a pasta night. And yes, in our household we sort by two things. We sort by what carb did we have, carb or starch, and then what meat we had, what protein. I don't think we've had spaghetti or pasta this week, so maybe pasta would be an option. Anyway, but yeah, that's how we've resorted to writing it down on the calendar in the kitchen because we can't remember what we had. But yeah. Still not finished with chapter 16 yet. Again, no idea how many words, but the chapter is currently 14,490 words long. That is, you're going to have to split that. That is really long for a single chapter. That is, a page is approximately 500 words, right? So, let's just call it 14,500 divided by 500. Is it 500 or is it 250 per page? That's like 29 pages. If, you know, let me experiment. Yeah, about 500 words per page. If you're doing like 11 or 12 point font, and reasonable spacing between your paragraphs and stuff. That's like 30 pages. It's a 30-page chapter, which is pretty significant. You may want to consider cutting or splitting that into like 3 parts, at least. Keiko says, what? I mean, granted, I have read like super long chapters like that, but generally that happens in more of like a nonfiction textbooks area, and there are subsections to the chapter. So, but that's a long chapter. No wonder you've been struggling with it. Yeah. I mean, you did 7K. Yeah. I mean, 7K is probably fine because that's that's again 7,000 divided by 500 would be 14 pages. Like 12 or 13 pages is not terrible. So, okay. Poinsettia figured out your main character's last name, Perigord. It's the name of a region in southern France. In that case, I definitely mispronounced it. You still have not thought of the first name. Okay, so okay. No, I don't want to practice. I want to hear it. Perigord is the American pronunciation. They do not have a British or any. Anyway, there's a YouTube channel that says they'll tell me how to say it in 58 seconds, but I'm sure there'll be an ad, so I'm going to ignore that. Capping these sprints off with 245 words. Nice. Your main character's fashion doll friend is attempting to cheer her up by taking her out for ice cream to get her mind off of it. Nice. Becca had to take a break from reading the proof. You're hanging up the last of your stuff, and then you'll be completely done with decorating your apartment. Yay! For now, until you find something cute at the store. And you're like, oh, this needs to be in my apartment, like ASAP. Or until you go to a con and find something else. That kind of thing. It's one of the Avengers Watch the Movies stories. Gotcha. You had pasta. Pasta is always a good option. Your first book, Riser, you did long chapters like that, but they were broken down as a full day. So 7 chapters, 7 days type thing. Okay, and see, that makes sense for the structure that you built. Yeah. I think there's a couple bits in chapter 16 that can get chopped. The bits that are only necessary for the Camp Nano word count, right? Yeah. True, in terms of like your apartment is done until you find something cute. Comic-Con is coming up. Yes. So like my brain is so not aware of things that are happening over on the West Coast. Was Coachella this weekend? Was that a thing? So like, am I going to be seeing a whole bunch of people's like Coachella vlogs pop up on my For You type stuff? Or like, you may want to see this because the algorithm will push it. And did that happen this weekend? It's still happening? I don't know. Comic-Con is coming up. Is there a site that has like all of the like comic conventions? I don't know, because I feel like there's so many that I've been watching, like small artist alley vlogs, small makers and creators and small businesses, and they're going to conventions and markets and things. And there's a whole bunch of cons that like I had never heard of, and I'm like, is there a website where I can just like see all of them and just like find stuff that's in the area? And by area, I mean like 3 or 4 states around me. I don't follow Coachella. I feel like it's coming. CB says Coachella is going on right now. Okay. So that's probably why I was hearing murmurs of Coachella. Okay. Fan Expo is what used to be Wizard World, and they're all over the country. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I get confused with like, is this a part of like some other, regional convention, or wish they would have a site like that. Yeah, I don't know if there is a site. Fan Expo conventions, because I watched Julianne Doodles because obviously her name caught my eye. And she's gone to like Kauai Con, and she's gone to like something over in Hawaii. Well, maybe that is Kauai Con. She went down to MegaCon. So like I don't know if there's like some sort of like yeah, Dragon Con I know is in Atlanta. Yeah. And that one is in, I want to say August, because I think it's move-in weekend for, I want to say it's move-in weekend for the university around here. So like town is, and traffic is awful over here. Anyway, end of August. Okay, so maybe not move-in weekend. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I wish there was a site that sort of like pulled all of the, I'm sure some coding engineer could probably like like suck all of the data from everywhere else and like build some sort of code to look for cons. Anyway, let me set us up for one more sprint, a short sprint, but one more. And I may use that to kind of like partly clean up my desk and stuff, but so I'll set us up for 15 minutes. And all right, so 1, save your document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back. And 4, make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 15 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to get that paragraph done. Marking where I'm leaving off. And I got 552, which is good. Very good for that amount of time. So, fantastic. I am now able to move that second sticky. Yay! I'm going to save my documents, all of them, my word tracker, my manuscript, my outline, and we're all good. All right. So, how'd you do either that sprint or during the whole shebang? $118 for Keiko. You were shortly happy. Oh, you were happy with the banter for a little bit, but now you don't like it anymore. Oh no! Oh no! Are you having the like text to speech play it back to you, or have you been saying it out loud? Does it make more sense written on paper, or does it make more sense when you like read it either aloud or in your head? Is there an issue with that? Or is it that it doesn't fit the character? Because I know you had said that was part of the problem, was you were afraid that it didn't fit the character. I wish you good luck with it. Dialogue is also one of my sticking points, and it takes me forever to get it right. So I get it. I get it. Unfortunately, I get it. Keiko says, nope, it would be too distracting hearing my own voice with my terrible accent. And also trying yourself on a Welsh accent. Gotcha. Thank you for the stream and updates. You're welcome. You are very welcome. I will be back tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow's poll is going to be a question of which bungalow do you want? The sunny on a pathway or beachside sunset bungalow. So those are going to be the options for tomorrow. Midday or sunset bungalows, I guess. I don't know what we're going to call these, but that's going to be our option. Yeah. Anyway, I was setting up this coming week's streams prior to this stream, so they should all be up and ready, except for the polls. The polls I have to do like on the day of. But yeah. Thanks for the stream. See you tomorrow. You hit your word count goal. Yay! Again. Am I actually developing a writing routine? Shocked face. Hopefully so. All right. I will see y'all soon. Don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip, stretch, do whatever you need to. And I will see y'all in the comments. Don't forget, if you still need to do some writing, Julie Z usually streams at 8 p.m. tonight. I know there's a couple other people that stream Sunday night, but Julie is a regular in case you want that extra routine. So I will see y'all again soon. So, bye.